Today is July 15th, 2016. Welcome to our podcast, Prophecy Insights with Bro Steph, and I am Bro Steph. The title of today's podcast is Why Jihad Has Come to America. And I don't want to turn this into a political 10-minute discussion, but it really is very prophetic when you think about why we are seeing the jihad now sweeping through Europe, and then it's starting to make its way already here to America. I mean, San Bernardino, the different places in America that we have seen attacks, Orlando, etc. I don't have to name all of the attacks that we've had on our shore, but we do see an increase, and we do know that the jihad is going to increase here in the United States. But the question is why. Now, I was listening to Glenn Beck today, and there's a lot that Glenn says that I really like, but sometimes he goes on what I call rants. And today he was ranting as though it was big news that the jihad has made its way to America. Oh my gosh, it's coming here, as though no one in the country knows that. And so I tweeted back to Glenn, hey, we know that it's coming here, that it's already here. Tell us something that is of importance, like how about providing some solutions? And so I got really frustrated with his little rant. I liked in whole, I liked his whole show today, but just sometimes when he does that, it drives me out of my mind. But anyway, back to what we're really talking about. Why is this happening? What's going on? Well, if you read the Bible, like in the last day or two, I've gone through 2 Kings chapters 15 through 22. And there's a reoccurring theme in the kings. Not only is there a reoccurring theme that all the kings were evil, but there's this reoccurring theme that whenever Assyria or the enemies of Israel tried to come against Israel, God would retaliate against the enemies of Israel in a big way. So what they wanted to do to Israel, God did to them 7 times worse in most cases than they wanted to do to Israel. And so I think here's what's going on. Here's what I'm trying to say. The United States of America, for 67 years, that's how old Israel is, for 67 years has basically told Israel, you deal with terrorism and you deal with your enemies the way we want you to. And you appease them, and we're not giving you permission to thoroughly attack and destroy them. And so you have to learn to deal with bombings, with your citizens being killed, etc. The United States and the rest of the world has rammed this ill-conceived political appeasement, politically correct attitude down Israel's throat. And then America did something. It said, God, get out of our country. God, we don't care about your principles. God, we don't want to listen to you anymore. And the Lord said, fine, adios. And he left. And he has just turned everything over to us. And his hand of protection is left. And now we're asking the questions, why? Why is all of this bad stuff happening? When you tell the creator of the universe, take a hike, that is not appropriate. And God will take it seriously. He will walk away from you, and he will allow evil to come your way. He's allowing it to come our way. What we have done to Israel is now being done to us. And the United States and Europe is going to have to eat the political nightmare that it created for Israel. And we're going to have to deal with it now, because what happened to Israel at our hand by not allowing them to defend themselves appropriately is now coming on our own heads. And God isn't going to stop it. We've asked him to leave. He has left the building. So if you want to know what's going on and why, I think this idea that I'm presenting to you is the reason why. The solution is, again, very biblical. The solution is in Chronicles, that if we call on the name of the Lord, if we humble ourselves, if we cry out to him, if we acknowledge our evil ways, if we repent and bow our knees to him, and we do it with all sincerity. And repenting means to do an about face and stop doing the behavior that got you there in the first place. If we truly repent, like Nineveh did, then maybe God's hand can be stayed and he'll grace us again with his protection. But until that happens nationally, we are going to begin experiencing what Israel has had to live with for 67 years. And now maybe we'll be a little more empathetic for what she has suffered, and at the hands of our politicians that haven't wanted to challenge the political correctness of their day. Oh, gosh, it's a frustrating thing to watch, no doubt. But that's what's going on, and I believe that's the why. So, this is Bro Steph with another Prophecy Insights podcast. I want to remind you to please keep looking up, because Jesus is coming back soon. And remember to live out your faith, to do the works of faith that God puts in your heart to do. Talk to you again next week or next time. God bless you. Bye for now.